Going live. Yeah, but at least we're cool. I think maybe I should just go on this one, huh? Because if I have that one on, I'm looking up there.
People.
Yeah, I need to be, well, I just need to be reading the stuff too. Okay. Oh, 2 eggs in a basket. They're here. 5 minutes.
Jason and Amanda.
We don't know. It could be only one of them. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. 1 and 1. Keep this back. There we go.
Is it hot enough for you guys?
Man, it's still over 100 degrees right now. Is it real loud? Because we put the fan on the dash because we were roasted.
Yeah, picking up the fan noise.
Probably can't hear us. I guess it worked. It said we're on here.
Yeah.
As we're live, minute 17. Oh, now we got 2. Is that you the second one?
Can you guys hear us okay, guys?
Hello.
Eggs in a basket.
They said 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, 5 minutes before we start.
Oh. Volumes go.
Volume
Go.
good.
Volume
Volume good.
good. Timar, loud and clear. Okay.
Cool.
So was
Hey,
there?
Timar.
See, he was sneaking in the background.
Hey,
Barry
Barry
Pierce.
Pierce. Hey, Mark Bastion. Got out of the hospital. Why? Golly. Hope you're okay.
Good. Everybody's saying,
Hey, Canadian Twig.
hey, she made it this time. She always sends me a thing. I missed it. I didn't get notified. I guess you must have did where you
COVID with pneumonia.
And you're don't let them give you.
He's already out of the hospital.
Oh, yes, okay. Hopefully they didn't give him what that's.
Remdesivir.
Remdesivir.
Hey, Terry Burns.
Terry
wants.
Terry wants to know how to spell.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Talking like a gangsta. What's up? Well, it's been hot today. Been real hot. We did some running around.
And I ran the oven twice.
Yeah. Picked a perfect day. It was 100 degrees. Let's fire up the oven.
But you enjoyed it.
Yeah. The food was good. It was just really hot food.
Yeah.
We probably just left the door open on the oven. Probably would have
had all my shots too and had COVID in January.
Yeah, well.
No more shots, no more boosters.
Yeah, we can't talk about that because we'll be removed.
Hey, Elton. How you guys?
Evening. We got 6.
7, mine says.
7? Okay, what are you doing, KG? He's goofy. So, yeah, had some fun experiences this weekend.
Yeah, they were fun. They were fun.
Part of it was fun. Part of it not so fun. We had a failure on the truck.
Nothing major, but
no, but it
super annoying.
But it was going bing, 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 bing every time I hit the brakes. It has a ABS module, and I took it apart, and it was like moisture in it. So I cleaned it all out, blew it out with some brake clean, and wiped everything all down, and put it back together. And we went on about a 25-mile ride, and on the way, 17, and we're on our way back, and started doing it again.
Hi, Charlie.
And I cleaned it again, put it all back together. This morning I started up, and it did it. And then we went on a longer ride than that, and it quit doing it. So I don't know.
But we do it again tomorrow.
But we ordered. The bad part about it is because our truck is 60 years old. They don't make it anymore. You know, they make parts for 32 Fords, but they don't make parts for 06 Dodges pickups. So I found a good used one, and it's on its way. and now they got it fixed. If it stays fixed, then we got a spare. If it doesn't stay fixed, then we got a replacement part. So, and
if the economy gets really bad, we can sell it for like $1,000.
Yeah,
because that's about what they're going for.
yeah, absolutely.
That's not what we paid for it. But
Yeah.
So they are going for $600. So.
$500 to $600. So that's crazy.
And they're remanned. Not even new.
Well, but yeah, because they don't have new ones.
Yeah.
So it's made by TRW. I don't know whether TRW went out of business or not or what.
Glad to hear you're doing okay, Elvin.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, Mark, that you're out of the hospital. I know it's going to be a while till you regain your strength. My mom's going through the same thing right now.
Yeah.
She did not go to the hospital. She's 85.
We send her some.
HCQ.
Oh, you send her? No, we send her the other ivermectin.
We sent her both.
Oh, we send her. So ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and we sent her 2 rounds of antibiotics. And then now I just sent her a bunch of prednisone. So
hey, Maddie.
That's what got me over it, because they kept telling me, "You don't take this, don't take that, don't take any of this stuff." And I didn't take anything. I just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And as soon as I said, "Okay, screw this, I'm going to try what I think will work," and once I did, it started working. There we go. Can you see it better now? Look at that.
Try stores and windows today. Oh joy.
Who did?
2 eggs.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to talk about that. I'm curious. I'm curious.
Yeah, and I'm working on getting. We're gonna fix up this little shed out here, and we took measurements, figured I already bought some windows for it. Our daughter's given us a washer and a dryer and a refrigerator. She's getting all new stuff. She's pretty much got it now. So the bad part is we went there this weekend. My son, what was it, 2 weeks ago on his birthday on a Monday, he called me and we were talking, and he goes, Dad, I went looking for Ram trucks, pickups. We was looking for any kind of truck. And he goes, they want like $30,000 and $35,000 for a 15-year-old truck here. I said, well, let me see what I can do. So I found him a 2011 Ram 1500 4-wheel drive. I mean, it's got everything but a sunroof and retractable power mirrors, but heated mirrors, leather, and I mean the interior is like, yeah, the interior is like brand new leather. I mean, the truck's 2011, so it's got some use.
Power windows, power little window in the back glass.
Yeah. I mean, it's fully loaded and 4-wheel drive, the whole thing, and I found it for him. He got it for $17,000, and so we went down and picked it up. It was here in Hot Springs, and we took it back to my daughter's, and it sat there for like a week and a half. And then he said he was coming Friday night, and then we were gonna he was gonna come in Friday night, and then he was gonna leave early Saturday morning. So on Saturday afternoon, he goes, well, my flight got postponed. I'm not going to be able to make it today, so I'm going to come in tomorrow night at 4:50. And then he says that I'll leave on Sunday morning. So we took the truck. I washed the truck up. The headlight was out. It was a wiring problem. I fixed it for him and stuff. And we took his truck, went to get dinner, and then we went to go get gas. And I said, well, the clock's off. So he's in North Carolina, so he's an hour ahead. So she changes the clock to North Carolina time. And I get it done getting gas. I get back in the truck. And I look over, I go, well, it's 4:58. We're late. We need to go to the airport. So yeah, we turned around and we got going, and we get down the road a little ways, and all of a sudden we realize that it's not 4:58, it's 3:58.
I looked at my phone to map us to the airport because we were in Little Rock and Clinton Airport anyway. And I looked at the time and I was like, oh, I set the time for North Carolina. We're okay.
So I said, well, let's just go anyway. So we went there and we parked. What they do is they have you park in this cell phone parking lot. And then when our son got there, he would text us, and then we go pick him up. So we're sitting there for quite a while, and all of a sudden, here come all these. I actually videoed part of it, then my phone died, and then we did. Then he was supposed to text me. So anyway, we're sitting there. Here come all these fire trucks. I mean, there were 2 out on the runways, and then there was 4 or 5 pulled in, and then a battalion chief pulled in and everything. And we're like, it's time for him to be here. What the heck is going on? And he wasn't, contacting us. And so we thought it was him. And he needed to go to the restaurant. I said, well, let's just go over and see if we can find out what's going on. So we went over, and she went in, and he contacted her when you were coming out, right? When you're on your way out. Anyway, he said it was another plane was having a problem. He was sitting next to a pilot, one of the airline pilots or something, and the guy knew everything was going on, and they circled the airport like 3 times. Anyway, disaster. That's why we have emergency landing for our
there was an emergency landing. We
yeah.
don't know what for.
But all the fire trucks before we went to go were taking off and going different directions, so we don't really know whatever happened, but we didn't see any fireballs or anything, so I think everything was good. And he loves his truck, that truck.
And the really cool thing about that truck is we got back to his sister's house where we all spent the night, and we kept hearing the motor start and then the horn honk, and the motor kick off, and then the motor start and the horn honk, and then kick off. And he comes in and he goes, Dad, it's got remote start too.
Yeah, and it's got the cooling seats and the heated seats. I mean, it's a really nice truck. I bet you that truck was probably $60,000.
Bye, Barry.
Bye, Barry.
Trey and Wendy. Hi, guys.
Barry just likes to see his name up there on there. So anyway, disaster avoided, and I don't think we never found anything out about anybody being involved in a plane crash or anything. So I think we're good on that. So we had a lot of fun there, and that was our big excitement for the weekend. And then we came home, and we were here for a couple of hours. And we have a U-Haul trailer, and it was in our storage, and it was only like 102. So we decided to go over there and get that trailer out. But it was loaded full of stuff, and the way it went in there, I mean, there's like this much room on either side of that trailer with all the stuff we have on the one wall. We finally got it out of there. It's always a little trick to it.
Always.
And we get it out of there. And we got it all unloaded and got everything all set up so we could go pick that washer and dryer and that refrigerator up. So now we're doing good on that. And that's what we want to get this shed set up out here. We're looking at it today. And the hard part is stupid wood is so expensive. So
supposedly the cost is coming down.
Yeah, my brother, he's got a guy that works, so there's a bunch of mills around here. He's got a guy that works at a mill over here, and he thinks he can get the plywood. It's a little miscut, but I don't care because nothing's perfect in the shed. It's not square or anything. I mean, but it's got good bones. It's going to be a nice solid deal when it's all done. But we're going to peel all the tin off the outside, and we're going to put plywood up. Even if we have to just kind of patch it in, we're going to put plywood up all the way around on the outside. Got a couple of windows for it. And then we're going to take roofing paper and start on the bottom and wrap it. We just keep working our way up till we get to the top. And then we're going to put that tin back on. And
Hi, Simply Social, and thank you.
That's another thing. My daughter's husband, he does house restorations and flips them and stuff. And he's going to pull a door out of this one house. And he's a 36-inch wide door. So he's going to give me that with the framing and everything. So I think we're going to come out okay on this deal if we can. Like I say, we got a guy over here that has a sawmill, and he rough cuts 2x4s, and I guess they're pretty cheap. So we're going to see what we can do on that, and get it swinging. That's the plan, and then we'll have I'm gonna put my air compressor, my motor table in there. I have a steel motor table for building engines and stuff. And then a washer, a dryer, sink, tub, wash tub, refrigerator, and we'll probably buy a small freezer somewhere, and then put up tables in there. Well, not tables, but I'll build benches, and there'll be shelves underneath, like I used to build for the shops. And yeah, and then it'd be gonna put air in it and heating. I got to wire it. I'm going to wire everything all up. I got to put a electric water heater, and then we're going to get an electric dryer. The dryer that she's given us is a gas dryer, but I don't want to go through all the hassle of running a gas pipeline and all that, and especially now that the price.
We didn't run gas. It comes to the street, but we didn't pipe for it when we did the patio.
Well, that one guy that came over here and checked said he'd come out here and run us a pipe,
right.
But
I mean, from there to.
I don't know how far they would go with it. So.
Simply Social says Bill looks refreshed. Got a trim called the hair. LOL.
Yeah.
I did cut his hair.
Yeah.
And getting a spring bar tent to start my adventure going to live in state parks and national parks. Good deal. Get out there and do it.
Yeah, combed his hair.
Yeah.
I always comb it. Just sometimes it doesn't look like I combed it.
Just because gray hair has a mind of its own.
Yeah. My beard, it grows pretty quickly most of the time. I cut it down and then it comes right back. So.
Speaking of storage, Mina Storage is fully booked both locations. Did you guys check?
Do what?
Mina Storage. Did you check here? By Scotty's?
Who's dating that? 2 exit?
Finally going to slow down and smell the roses. Very good. We'll buy an RV when they come down in price.
We got.
Buy low, sell high.
We got a 20 by 10
storage
here for $40 a month. I think we were paying $80 a month, right? For a 10 by 15.
Yeah, in California.
And our trailer is 14 feet 3 inches long, and from the tongue to the very back of the trailer, and I had to run into the back of the wall about 3 times to make it fit. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I told him, I said,
you guys said it was this much, and it's not.
Yeah, I said, you told me it was 15 feet deep. It's not 15 feet deep. It's
like
14 feet deep. Yeah, they were cool. It didn't go through, but it put a dent in it.
They said, no, we did not check.
I may get a
check and get a teardrop. Yeah. I mean, for one person, you might get tired of not being able to stand up.
Yeah.
And they're kind of expensive.
Yeah, they cost you. They cost you more. I'll tell you what, if I was going to get something small like that, I'd get a casita.
Hey, Mellow. Hi. Good to see you.
Two people in the same RV next to us are watching.
Our numbers,
there's Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
There's Johnny.
No.
So, yeah, life is interesting right now. So
casitas are very nice.
Yeah, they have a bathroom in them, and they have a small bed.
They're sturdy, you know.
And they're a clamshell, so
yeah.
they're two
so
pieces.
There's no roof to maintain really, and things that might leak really aren't going to. Yeah.
Or even those R pods, I don't like them, and the reason why I don't like them is they're built inside
of
the wheels.
Well.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah. You're built inside of the wheel well. There's fenders on the outside, so you lose a foot on either side of your camper.
Right.
So that's kind of silly, huh?
That's silly.
I mean, I'd rather have the body go over, and then that way you have storage underneath. You have more storage.
Hi, Patty Mom.
Stuff.
Patty sister.
Oh, hi.
Miss you guys.
Hit the thumb hard.
Your Simply Social says trucks are very expensive. If you want, you can go back when we're done with this live and watch the replay. We were talking about the truck that Bill found for our son. He lives in North Carolina, and the truck that we found him was going for like 35,000 in North Carolina, but he got it for 17 here.
And I probably
he came out and got it this weekend.
The thing about it was I might have been able to grind on the guy a little bit, but it had a. When I first got there, I took it for a little spin and it had a misfire, and the check engine light was on. And I went over the truck pretty close, but I mean, everything worked. Everything on it worked, including the left headlight. But anyway, everything was working on it, but it wasn't a constant misfire. It was just Charlie Fortune's. Did you see that?
You see it was very loud.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know why.
It drove real good, so I just told him, I said, and my son, it's got the dual chrome out, and it's got where the grill is white, the bezel around the grill is white. It's got the chrome, and it's got the white rear bumper with the chrome dualies coming out. I mean, it's really, it's got the two scoops on the hood, like a RT truck type thing. Anyway, I told him, I said, well, I'm not going to take this thing with a check engine light with a misfire. So we were trying to find his scan tool. They had like a little shop there. He finally found it, plugged it in, ran the scan on it, and it had a number 7 coil. So he got a new coil and 2 plugs and put in it. And then I disconnected the battery, and the check engine light went off, and it ran beautiful. Everything ran good. So, and he gave him a 90-day powertrain warranty, which is a
Jasper transmission.
Yeah, Jasper 5-speed heavy-duty transmission. So anyway, we got it, and we took off, and we were driving home, and it just drove absolutely beautiful. The tires are 2020, so that he doesn't have to buy tires for a while and everything. And then, but in the process, the check engine light came back on. So what I did is I needed to unhook the cable again. I left it off longer. Left it off for about, I don't know, half an hour or so. And then once I connected it back up, it hasn't come back on. So that problem is resolved. But then his left headlight, high beam and low beam, neither one worked. So I said, well, probably needs a bulb. I told him low beam's not working. I said probably need a bulb for it, and he got a bulb. And then I clicked the high beam, and it wasn't working. So I knew it wasn't that; it had to be electrical. So I just went in and found a wire that the power wire wasn't making. So I kind of a little bit, plugged it back in. It's working good for him. So, but you buy something used like that, there's always something.
Yeah.
We bought a lot of used cars.
Thanks, Eldon and Latonya for popping in.
Are they leaving?
Yeah, their internet's not very good.
Oh, okay.
Trey says if you buy a travel trailer, I recommend you buy 2019 or older RVs that were produced during COVID have had more problems than usual, in my opinion.
Well, I would say I personally believe that if you buy a newer than 2008, you're asking for trouble.
Hey, RV bandwagon. Hey, Reverend Rome.
Oh, we're starting to get people showing up here. Yeah. So anyway, as far as RVs go, the trouble is that some of the older RVs are getting pretty old. So like ours, but what I like about this one, I can work on it. So, and I mean, I work on everything. The chassis, the motor,
appliances,
air conditioning, appliances,
door patches,
everything. I work on everything in here, and I've done a lot of extra wiring, and yeah, it works. It works really good. We did have a glitch where the inverter. I had to reset the inverter before we're coming home. I just went out there and reset
it. That inverter, though, ever since we put it in, it's always done some strange things.
Yeah, it's a Magnum MS 2000, and I've done some searches on them, and they say they have some
We
problems.
still have the original one, except the campground we were in Wickenburg, Arizona, Friday.
KBs. Yeah, they ran power down the neutral and fried our inverter, our whole motor. When we came home, we were doing baseball then, and my wiring, my buddy was next to me, and his was off too. Everybody's stuff got. They said that they had kicked it off or something, and then they said, but they didn't say that it did damage, but
No,
it damaged ours. But
yeah.
what it did is it would invert, but it would overcharge. It wouldn't. They blew the regulator out of the inverter, and I just didn't want to take. So I would turn the charger on for a couple hours, and then shut it off. I would turn it off for a couple hours, and then shut it off. Once we were driving it again, it was fine. So. But that's what it does. So anyway, that's see, plane crash, truck baited to North Carolina. Our truck barely made it home, but it's fixed. Working on the shed, living life.
Cooling down here too.
Well, it's cool now. It's only
But I mean, like in the next few days,
yeah.
what temperature's supposed to. What did it get up to today?
Well, the thing is my outside gauge is out front out here. It said it got up to like 107. It wasn't that hot, but it was 98. What my phone said, it was 98 degrees here. So, and it was like almost that hot in here. But she was making meatloaf, baking bread. And wait till the sun's right shining in the windshield. Let's do that. So tomorrow we're going to make something outside.
Yeah, we
My
are.
barbecue's out there. So we're back to the old homestead. It's nice to be home, man. Nice to be home.
Everything's still green in spite of how hot it was and how little rain they got for so long. They got just enough to make it green up again before we got here, which was nice to come back to.
And another thing that's weird is it seems like it's really hard to find good electric. You know, if we had like failures on the electric in Kentucky, and then I don't know if you guys saw that video with that. It didn't get a lot of hits, but it was where it had a 30 amp and a 15 amp cord in it.
Good for everybody to have one of them.
Yeah, you plug into two separate plugs, like if you're going to stay in somebody's house, and you do that, and then what it gives you a 50 amp output. And we were able to run our airs. We did test it a little bit. We tried hair dryer with the air, that didn't work. We tried toaster with the air conditioning, that did. So what we got is we had to keep shutting off the front AC because the one line into the house. This house was old; it had screw-in fuses, but luckily it had a whole bunch of them.
Really cool.
Yeah, so it would keep popping those. So the back air we could leave on and do anything, but we couldn't leave the front air on. So we just have to shut the front air off. And she's really into doing the bread, the sourdough bread. So she was making bread for everybody. And then finally, you guys started making bread inside the house, and then no problem.
No, she did. She did.
Yeah.
I know how this oven works in here, and so for me to try to figure out how my daughter's oven works, I didn't want to take that chance. But she figured it out. And now she makes bread, and she makes pizza crust, and she makes bagels.
English muffins. Yeah. So, well, that little cord thing, all it does, I'll tell you what it saved us. Because we would have had to leave the generator running.
And the neighbors would not have been happy.
Yeah. We even had a sinkhole in the road out in front of us.
We didn't see that either.
Everybody was thinking it was us pulling in there, but it wasn't. It was a people's house next door.
A sizable one, too.
It was probably, well, if I would have drove this out and ran over that, it would have sunk it.
It would have.
It was probably about 10 feet across and about 4 feet deep. So that'd be enough to move. You know, that wouldn't have been fun. So, Yeah, we've had some fun experiences here recently. So, and
2 eggs, 1 basket RV. We have some good news. Care to share with the class? I'm ready for good news. They are pouring on Friday. Woohoo!
oh, cool,
That's
coolio.
awesome. Can't wait to see that too. So 2 eggs, 1 basket RV is building a barndominium nearby
They're
here.
building our dream.
Yeah. But that's okay because they'll cut their teeth on it and we'll learn from their mistakes. And
That we won't make any mistakes.
Right. It'll be great. And it's going to be fun watching the process. I'm happy for them. We both are.
Yeah. Yeah, they're right there. I can look out the window and they're right there. It makes it nice because there's motorcycles sitting outside.
We've really enjoyed having them here.
Yeah.
It's been very pleasant.
Yeah. Because we've been gone. That's for you, Jason. Yeah, so it's been nice having someone here to take care of things. She's clapping. Yeah, one of these times we'll have to get them in over here and stick them in on one of these. But I don't know if this camera, I don't know if this would have a wide enough lens. You guys have to rotate out, in and out.
Yeah.
But it works good. And I put I changed to a different style light up there. I think we're a little brighter, huh? If I turned it down a little bit, it probably wouldn't be so bright. At least you can see it. I put a new light in here too. Look at that. Woo!
That kills. I don't like that.
She doesn't like it, but I like to be able to see what I'm doing. And that the other light I had up there
Losing his eyesight, so
the other
that's like gotta be like right as the surface of the sun.
yeah.
It's blue. It's blue.
No, it's not blue. It's called daylight. By the time we are done with the dry wall, I'm sure we are going to go RVing again. Yeah.
That's okay. It'll be waiting for you when you come back.
Yeah, we'll probably. The only trouble is right now, I've got a list of things I want to do on this thing. I'm going to replace the front airbags. I'm going to do a major service, so that's engine, coolant, transmission. Going to do brake check. I had a little problem with an exhaust manifold on this thing. I may want to take the turbo and everything, pull all that off, and go all through that. We'll see. That I think can wait, but we'll see what I have to do on that. So, not real excited about doing a bunch of mechanics. But my leg seems to be right now. It seems to be getting better. I don't know why.
So you worked it this weekend too.
Yeah. Been working it.
Oh yeah, and just as an FYI, I did get a prescription for physical therapy, so that'll be.
Yeah, it's CBD. So wow, man.
Next week.
Except it don't have nothing in it. It just helps with the pain. It seems to be helping. Hi, Claudia.
Hey, Claudia. Hey, Ron.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Thursday. Cooler weather for all that work, yeah.
Yeah, Bill's birthday is the 18th. Where he'll be as old as me then.
Yeah. 66. We were somewhere the other day, and we were at Freddy Burger, and
yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Waffle House.
Oh, Waffle House. And for some reason, people always walk up and go, "Oh yeah, I'm so old, and you're young." And like, I bet you we're older than you are. Well, how old are you? Well, she's 66, and I'll be 66 in a week. Really? Yeah, you're older. So we must have preserved good or something, huh?
We look rested, according to our
rested
subscribers.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. I guess if we look rested.
Yeah, we need cooler weather for all that work. I agree. It'll cool down.
This is good bread making weather. Can Darla come over to your place and bake some bread?
I don't hear you complaining when you're eating that bread.
I like to eat it. It's just that it's just when it's 100 outside, it's 120 in here. It's full and comfy. You know. But yeah, not too bad.
It's worth it.
Good to hear about the physio is scheduled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. It only took me 5 weeks to get a response from the doctor, and I ended up having to call the therapy place and ask them to please try to get a hold of him. And they were the ones that were able to do it. I could not. We have propane ovens, so no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got to go to Day Queen. Day Queen. And we got a doctor for it.
Yes, also in Day Queen. So I know you can make sourdough in your barbecue, but I don't think we have a little tiny Weber. I don't think
it just tastes like old burnt hamburgers.
Yeah, I think it would.
So you have to clean it up real good. That's what makes the salsa taste good. Is you cook those chilies on that burger grease.
We need more salsa.
Yeah, I need to make some more. That last batch was awesome. I liked it. A lot. Our little Mexican restaurant is closed, maybe permanently. So
it vents inside their propane.
Ours does too. But ours isn't propane. We have a convection oven, and it vents in front of your face if you turn the vent on.
Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, our Mexican food restaurant didn't pass the health food inspection.
Well, the vent on the roof doesn't work.
Well, it's more than that though too. Our microwave.
Yeah, microwave. Yeah. And that's what ours does too.
Sir Zachary Duval, thank you very much. We're glad you're watching.
You love us, guy. Where are you from, sir? And hey, we're down on our likes tonight. We need to get those. I'll tell you what, man. I shouldn't say anything because every time I do, it's crazy.
Analytics. They mess with his mind.
What they do is it'd be like 32:22, and then I get up the next morning and it's 32:16, and then by the end of the day it's back up to 32:22. But I think today we got up to 23, but I don't think it is anymore. Who knows?
Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's that's on the other side of
geography lesson here.
That's near Haiti, right? Is that where it's at?
So
I think they share an island or something. Is that true? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing? Yes, sir. Correct.
Country in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Well, but I'm the one who said what it was. So.
You're a genius.
Yeah, that's a cool place, man. I've never been there, but I know it's tropical there. Is it hot there right now? It's probably like winter time there, isn't it? Are you south of the equator?
2 Egg says, we're not going public. We will just keep sending links to friends and family.
Yeah. I think that.
What?
Yeah, I watched all your videos. Oh, you watched them all? Oh, you're busy for at least a day and a half. I do that too.
We don't worry about analytics.
Yeah.
I don't either. I just whatever. If people want to watch.
I don't sweat it.
But it's just weird. It is weird.
It's like, why does it's just like this constantly?
I think it's the analytics. I think it's their machine, YouTube's machine.
And then sometimes we'll do something and we'll get like a 50-point hit, and then it comes down, then it goes right back. I don't know. I mean, and this all happens within a day or two. It's never like a long-term thing. So it's kind of funny. But what was I gonna say? See, first you can't remember what you're saying, then you're hiding your own Easter egg. So that's where I'm headed right now. There's something I was gonna say. It was pretty cool, but I forgot.
Because YouTube wants to be the new TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok. I've never had TikTok. I don't know.
YouTube censor? No, I don't. I don't think it's censoring. I just think they like to mess with your mind or something. Because I know what I was going to talk about. Is everybody up to date on Class A living? He put out a thing today, SOS. He needs someone to go to Oregon and take him to go down and go to the store and to get more steel.
He has nothing to drive.
And gas for his argon tank and wire. So if anyone's up there in Oregon by where he's at, he needs help. So he's been framing that thing in, and you could see that RV just sinking every time he puts another piece of steel. And he's going to steal the roof and the sides. So that thing is going to be super top heavy. I mean, it's all above the wheels. So, you know, when I was building motorcycles a lot, I always tried to keep the weight below the axles. You know, try to put as much weight below the axles so that it was more of a balanced ride, and it wasn't when you stopped you could handle the weight.
Solid though, that's true.
Yeah, it'd be solid, all right. Well, but he's welded it all on to his old metal, so
he's not going to be able to move it. I don't think.
I don't know. We'll see.
Pop the tires. It's going to be so heavy.
It's only half the length of the motorhome, and he's going to put some kind of a flatbed on the back. Well, it's going to be like he's calling it a pickup truck, like these trucks around here with the metal beds on, big heavy duty beds. It's a gas powered, it's gas powered. It's big and heavy without anything on it. And then, when you build an RV, you try to build them as light as possible. And the reason why you do that is so you could drive them. And if you build them too heavy, man, and they get top heavy, even these, when you start loading up the cupboards, I can tell the difference when the cupboards are heavy. Now, when my basin's full, I mean, it just feels heavy going up hills and stuff like that. But when you start loading up the top, it makes a big difference. It gives you somewhat of a unstable feeling, and then your reaction time on your front airbag controls makes a big difference too, because that's what keeps you like this. The back just has one controller for both, and the air will transfer. So on the front, they're individuals. So it makes a difference. Phil Fresnel. Yeah. So yeah, it's always fun. Motorhomes are fun, and I went from thinking the kid is crazy. I haven't changed my mind on that, but I'm kind of rooting for him because I really want to see what he's going to have when he gets done. But I just don't know. It's a little. I think the way he was talking today, he was feeling kind of down and like maybe he had taken the wrong course of action. I think he should have went and got that bus, because then he would have had a diesel pusher. He would have had a lot lighter body, and then he could have put all of his stuff that he had inside that thing, and he could have parted out that motorhome and parted out the motor and trans and all that stuff, and maybe transferred some of that money into the bus. And then when he got all done, because now his story today was the ranch guy was letting him use, I guess, one of his trucks. And then he said, you know what, I let you use this truck more than I ever let my kids use it.
Wow.
And so it sounds like maybe he's coming to possibly the end of the road. So
Sherry says, we're going to go to Oregon next week. However, I don't want to take any responsibility on that piece of the rig being on the road.
Yeah, well, he's got those two pickups sitting there, and they run, but the only place, and he he told the guy what was thinking about going and buying a little car or something. He said, "No, I don't want any more vehicles. You already got 3 things here on my yard here. I don't want any more stuff." So, and then he's got a pile of debris from what he ripped out.
It is a zombie RV.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen on that. I got Jason hooked on you.
Although he said he missed it last one.
Yeah, it was just it was
today.
it was only about 15 or 20 minutes, but every once in a while he has these little discussions, and it usually is because he's stuck. I don't know, I mean he won't take any advice unless you agree with him. That's the only advice he'll take. So, sometimes you listen to people's advice, and if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. But you got to at least kind of let it work around in your brain a little bit, because if it clicks, I mean, what would I know? I've only been, doing RV full time for, we're going to start our 13th year here pretty soon. And, I mean, we've learned a lot in that time. When we first took off, we didn't have a clue. We never told them the story. Well, I think we did tell the story of the first night, when we got there in Kansas.
Yeah.
We were wondering if we were going to have any air conditioning when we got to where we were going, because the trees were so low.
Going to Coffeyville, Kansas to work at Amazon.
Yeah, and they took us off the main road and sent us down this little tiny narrow road.
In the pitch black dark.
Pitch black. There was just a guy out there with a flashlight going like this and making his turn. And I'm like, well, where are we going here? And we made a right turn, and we went way down, and we finally came to a dead end where it was like, there was a road. And you either had to go to the right or to the left. And I go, well, we were traveling this way, so we got to go back that way. So we made a left turn, and this town was an old town, and I mean, I don't know. They mustn't have very tall trucks go through there, because it was scary,
Yeah.
And we got down. We finally got out the other side. There was a guy with a flashlight, put us back on the road. But I mean, there was animals all over. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a scary night.
A house or RV? No kidding. Heading to Raleigh, Minnesota, end of the month for Steam Thrashers show, boondocking for 5 days.
Oh, okay.
Did I say that right? Raleigh, Minnesota. Steam Thrashers. I don't know what that is.
Steam Thrashers.
Yeah.
Probably trains or something.
Oh, maybe.
What runs on steam other than trains? Well, I guess they had some. We have steamboats. Do they have steamboats in Minnesota? I don't think the Great Lakes comes up to it, does it? Yeah. Well, they might have did steamboats a long time ago there, but you're scared to give your house up. Well, yeah. Changes always are a little scary, but life is always a risk. Steampunk.
Oh, steampunk! I love steampunk. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love steampunk.
Old tractors and trains.
So do 2 eggs in one basket, right, Jason? That'd be cool.
I'm a truck driver. I'm okay with small places. Yeah. Well, the trouble with being a truck driver is you always have a time schedule. So I had a buddy of mine. He goes, "Oh, I traveled all over." Yeah, but did you ever really get to stop and spend any time anywhere? So he just bought an RV. So I don't know. I told him, I go, you ought to come here and make that your first trip. He's in Arizona. So, but he's still driving truck. He had a big truck though. The wheelbase was 35 feet long, and he had this huge sleeper, and it was really, really nice. But he couldn't haul nothing heavy, so because the truck weighed so much. And the companies they want you to haul freight. when you're driving, they want a lot of freight in the truck, and I think he could only do like 38,000 pounds. So he was heavy. That's why most of the time you see them big sleepers, it's because they're hauling furniture or something like that, lighter stuff. Largest show in the U.S. 2,000 boondocking spots. Show listed online. Yes, I go places, but I can't enjoy them. Enjoy it. Okay. Around here, these guys, these truck drivers around here, man, it seems like they're always in a hurry to get where they're going and turn around and go back. So
Time is money.
Bell of Louisville is still a steam-powered boat. Oh.
It's not been converted as of yet. Sorry.
Okay, so I don't know if last week if I told you about Prepper Wayne. He put out another video. He was parked in a Love's parking lot, and the nose of his RV was in line with the other trucks, and a truck backed into him and pushed him way back and just wiped his rig out, wiped it out. And he had it towed to another guy we know, Terry. I'm surprised Terry's not on here.
Yeah, Terry Burns? Or...
Yeah, Terry Burns.
Yeah.
Yes?
He's the one that just said the Bell of Louisville.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. Anyway, I saw his video today, and he got, looks like a pretty nice Gulfstream Class C. Needs a few things, but if anyone can fix it, it'd be Prepper Wade. So it's kind of like I am, except he does all the solar stuff too. So.
He doesn't miss the road at all.
Yeah. But anyway, he seemed pretty excited about it. So I guess he's got a problem with the generator putting out too much voltage, like, it blurred out his air conditioner, his microwave, and something else. So he's got to get that fixed. But yeah, looks like a pretty nice rig. It looks like Gulfstream. Gulfstream makes a pretty good unit. There are hidden gems in the RV lifestyle. Like, I like safaris. Some people don't like safaris because they look a little weird. But you know what? They're a really, really good motorhome. Gulfstreams are a good motorhome. Some of the old Overland, I think they were called, they were pretty good. I heard, what you call it? Lazy Days went out of business.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good class.
Matthew's not here, Teresa.
Yeah, they always, she's not kind of. They always had kind of a weird layout to them, but we looked at them when we were looking at RVs, and
they're made well, but they're not very stylish, in my opinion. They're very utilitarian, a lot like Airstream.
Yeah, well, around here, if you head in, you never get out. That's the trouble. Yeah,
I don't like how tall they are.
Well, they don't. The air condition, they don't have airs on the top. They have that basement air, and most of the people that have those, they have two major problems: the basement air and the stickers that they put all over them. If you see this Alpha C, a lot of times you don't know what they are because they pull all those stickers off. But this had problems with stickers too, so I don't like stickers. Never liked stickers.
Some people pull the stickers off and they put the same design back on with paint.
Yeah, I don't like all the swirly stuff either. I like it. I like it a little more.
You like it?
Just neat.
Black and blue.
Painted any color as long as it's black and blue. I'm good. But they have, the thing with the Alphas, they have real high ceilings. And I would think one of the advantages to taking the airs off the roof would be lower. Our rig, it's old Dalton, he had to walk through here like this. But for somebody, you could be like 6'2" or 6'3" and not have a problem in here.
Your brother too. And Hoyt.
Yeah. But for us, it's perfect. I like a little lower profile. It helps with the mileage too.
Well, we're coming up on about an hour, guys.
Dispatcher, be on our butt. Yeah. Any questions? Any answers? Anything like that? Because we're gonna bail out on you guys here in a minute. That's why we look so rested. The 2 hour ones they're just ridiculous. Always those. Okay, yeah, I read that. Yeah, we doing 2 hours. That's a long time. I think it kind of cuts down on the views too. You do it around an hour, and people. Although we do really good with these lives, we get a lot of people. We always pretty consistently do between 200 and 300 views, so that's pretty good. Told Lee we love you.
How is the
Love
heat?
you.
How is the heat wave?
You're not from
You-
the Dominican.
you
You're
see-
from Arkansas. You see that? He's got y'all.
Y'all. You see the fan blowing my hair, right? It feels really comfortable right now because we've got that fan over there on the
Yeah,
dash.
I should have brought that in here a while ago. It's probably about 80 degrees in here now, but with that blowing on you, it feels cool.
How about over there?
It's 95 outside according to this.
The sun's starting to go down. John says it's hot.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the same.
This says
vicinity as
88
we
on
are,
my
too.
phone.
John,
But you know the south
not
is
Arkansas.
what?
He said, "LOL, not Arkansas."
Yeah, but you got the y'all down.
Y'all.
72 in northern Michigan. Yeah. Well, it's August is a hot month here. The middle of July to
As soon as his birthday hits,
it's
the
winter.
weather changes and it starts getting into fall.
The leaves are falling the other day. I thought she was gonna cry.
We just got back here from traveling. I didn't want to experience fall already.
Yeah. But we're good. And then spring, fall is a long time. Fall is still December, almost January, and then you get really winter. Then it starts getting cold and rainy and all that. We're supposed to get rain though. I'll tell you what. Every time it rains here, that means the lady next door is dancing because that means the grass gets to be mowed. So
You can almost watch the grass grow so fast. 68 in Virginia.
yeah.
74 Kentucky.
How many feet are you under in water? Are you under in Kentucky?
Yeah, Terry.
You'd think that whole state was underwater. The way they reported, just like Vegas, it's got flooded, I guess, 3 times in 2 weeks. So.
Well, Mom had a flash flood warning pop up on the TV while I was talking to her today. Yeah. So she said that so she lives in the Mojave Desert where we used to live, and they're just getting dry storms, like electric storms, you know. It's not producing any rain for them. It's just flashes of lightning. And those are dangerous, especially in the desert.
Well, that's the way it used to rain when we lived in the high desert. You'd see it, and it'd be just raining like crazy over here. We'd be over here. We wouldn't get nothing, but we get the light.
Like a force field around us.
But then sometimes it rained over us, and we got it bad. So.
We don't have a TV here, so we have no clue.
Yeah, we have computers. No, they don't. They don't have phones or anything. No phones, no computers. We have a tin can over there and a string coming over here.
Phones. They have internet.
They do. No, they don't.
They're on here.
No, that's through the tin can. Remember that when you were a kid? Nobody knows about that. Where you used to have a string and you put a hole in a can and you put like a bobby pin or something in there. You pull the string tight. And you can talk on it, and you don't hold it up to your ear. You can hear. Well, Terry Burns probably knows. I don't know about John. Randy Wilson, 102 in Tulsa. Yeah.
The storms pass us a lot, John says.
Now what?
Bill has jokes.
No, that's a true story, huh? About the tin can? Yeah. It's just an old true story. You know?
Because the sound waves travel on the string, and when you pull it taut, it helps them travel.
You can hear you could actually hear it really good. You could if you're talking about this loud, you couldn't hear each other, but when you pull on that string and talk in that can, you can hear it loud and clear.
Canadian twig, 70 North Carolina. Humidity finally broke a couple days ago.
Yeah, what's our humidity
here? Literally split.
41.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, John. It'll rain just south of us, 100 yards, but not here. Yep.
So Sir Zachary Duvall has been watching us for a long time. Have you been watching for a long time, or did you just start watching and you watched all our videos?
That is fine. I don't want to watch it.
Watch what? Yeah, I don't watch. I don't. You know what I have is I have Pluto TV because it's free.
There's a lot of free TV out there.
Yeah, but I mean, because there's a couple of shows I like to watch.
I'm with you, Jason.
I used to have Discovery Plus, but I couldn't handle the commercials. That's what I can't handle.
Yeah.
It's like watching porn.
How is it like watching porn?
Huh?
How is it like watching porn?
Because all the girls are half naked and they're all, everything is all weird on there.
YouTube's like that too. Get your girlfriend in the shower and clickbait.
Yeah. I wonder if they've kind of calmed that down. Just started a year ago. Okay. Well, we've only been doing it, what, 4 years now?
Yeah. Things kind of went weird on our channel when COVID hit and we couldn't travel, so we couldn't film stuff. I keep telling Bill, I know people like watching your everyday life. I mean, you know, I do. I enjoy watching people pouring a cup of coffee or brewing, you know, over a pour over coffee or making breakfast or.
Yeah, it's like Brian. He's got a formula. He does it the same every time. And people love to watch it. 58 rating in Anchorage and last.
The news girls show what they got. That's true.
Yeah.
Anchorage and raining. Ooh.
Well, there used to. What were those? What was that? One couple that
roll with it.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
And they took turns. He'd take a shower and she'd film him. Then she'd take a shower and he'd film her. And I mean, that's how every video started. And now he started watching during COVID. He didn't see much then because I had it real bad too. I've been trying to get Darla to get naked in the shower so I could film her. She's just like, I'll be not.
He really wants to see the numbers tank.
I'm not going to show it on there. I just want to.
Oh.
She wears a wetsuit. She goes in the shower now.
Old videos.
Old vids, yeah. Yeah, we got a few of those. Yeah.
All right, guys. We made it to the 1 hour mark.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Yeah. And
as always, we appreciate you taking time out of your Monday evening to join us.
Watch our nonsense, like I always said.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try to swing it again next week. I got to try to come up with something exciting and new. Anyone want to buy a truck? I'll help you buy a truck if we can.
Simply Social's looking for a truck. So
oh yeah.
Maybe. Thanks, RV Bandwagon, for tuning in.
Yeah. Peace out. Where's Dalton? I haven't heard from him. Yeah. He came down here and was hanging out with somebody here in Arkansas for like a week and said it's too hot and skedaddled. So
north again.
Anyway, all right, guys. Yeah, if anyone needs a truck, just
hit the thumbs up if you would, please, on your way out. Appreciate it.
economicrefugesrv@gmail.com. Huh?
Yeah, if you want to talk to us about anything, if you're looking for a truck, let us know.
Yeah, or anything, RVs.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Big D, missing in action. Okay, well, maybe I need to call him, see what he's up to. I told him to come down here. He could stay down here till the war's over. So, all right, guys, have a great one. Have a great week.
Good night,
we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.